Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're decoding the fascinating, real-world hurdles one creator faced when trying to use AI to generate a full, multi-character World Cup project. If you've ever tried to coax an AI video generator into giving you exactly what you want, you already know, it's never as simple as just typing a prompt and hitting enter, right? It's a total wild frontier of trial, error, and some seriously ingenious workarounds. So this explainer puts a magnifying glass on a really specific case study, bringing an entire political party's roster to the soccer pitch using today's cutting-edge generative AI. An ongoing learning and challenging task for both the creator and the AI. This quote perfectly sets the tone for us today as we explore the boundaries of what current AI can actually do. It isn't just about the human learning the tool. It's about figuring out how the machine thinks, how it learns, and how it stubbornly refuses to cooperate sometimes. This project was a massive undertaking, and it really pushed the creator to outsmart the very systems they were relying on. So, here's our game plan for today. We'll start with the AI World Cup Challenge, then look at overcoming multi-character blurring, navigating AI content filters, bypassing music copyright limits, and finally, the final whistle. Let's get right into it. Section 1. The AI World Cup Challenge. Okay, let's dive into where this whole project actually started. Because, great projects rarely just happen in a vacuum. They usually stem from a previous success that leaves you asking, okay, what can I do next? Following a pretty successful AI video for the Dragon Boat Festival, which was actually the creator's very first attempt at this kind of multi-character AI generation, they wanted a much bigger challenge. That first video was great, but it really exposed some glaring technical limits in AI video generation. So with the 2026 World Cup on the horizon, they upped the ante. The new goal? Giving every single candidate in the People First Party a dynamic, moving role in a World Cup-themed AI project. No static images, no simple transitions. They wanted a full-blown action sequence for everyone.
Section 2. Overcoming multi-character blurring.
Now, our creator quickly discovered that demanding a highly specific output with multiple real people interacting in the same frame, that's asking for trouble. To really grasp this, we have to look under the hood of the tech. Unlike traditional deepfakes, which literally just swap a face pixel for pixel onto an existing video, modern image-to-video AI works entirely differently. It has to actually learn the features of the characters and then regenerate them from scratch in motion. The creator noticed that when you ask the AI to animate multiple specific people at once, its machine learning weights get super confused. It effectively averages out the distinct facial features of everyone in the frame. It's exactly like mixing way too many paint colors together. Eventually, everything just turns into this blurry, indistinguishable brown. The more people in the shot, the more they all started looking like each other, totally losing their real-world likeness. So this presented a massive roadblock. If the AI actively blurs and averages out features when generating multiple characters in the exact same frame, how on earth do you showcase an entire roster of candidates playing a soccer game together? The creator couldn't just compromise on the likeness of the candidates, right? But they also couldn't magically change the underlying architecture of the AI. They had to figure out a clever hack. And the hack they came up with was brilliant, a total pivot in the storyboard. Instead of trying to force the AI to render the whole team at once, they designed a sequence of solo dynamic shots. Each candidate got their own dedicated moment on the ball. To create the illusion of an actual match, they paired the real candidates against completely fictional AI-generated opponents. Because those opponents were made up, it didn't matter at all if the AI warped their faces or averaged their features. That meant all the AI's processing power for preserving likeness was concentrated solely on the one real candidate in the frame. The creator used Google Gemini Omni, generating clips in 10-second bursts. And to get enough footage for the final edit, they literally spent several days generating about 3 independent, high-quality clips for every single person. It was a painstaking, highly methodical workaround to a fundamental flaw in the AI. Section 3. Navigating AI content filters. Okay, technical limitations are one thing, but artificial guardrails put in place by the platform developers, that's an entirely different beast. Google's products, including Gemini, Omni, and Veo, are programmed to intentionally avoid generating content related to certain restricted categories. We're talking violence, pornography, and, highly relevant here, elections and political figures. These safety filters are incredibly sensitive. The creator even noted that something as benign as generating a video of traditional calligraphy for a spring festival could accidentally trigger the election filter and completely block the prompt. And this became a literal showstopper. As a recognized political figure, Chairman James Soong's name is heavily restricted. The creator found that simply typing James Soong into the prompt, or even just translating his Chinese name into English for the prompt, immediately triggered a hard stop from those election filters. And obviously, you can't generate a video of a person if the AI flat out refuses to even acknowledge their name. So, how do you outmaneuver this without violating the platform's terms of service? Well, the creator employed a technique they called tacit understanding. Think of it kind of like playing the game Taboo, but with a machine. You can't directly say the restricted keyword, the politician's name, but you can use indirect hints, highly specific physical descriptions, and subtle prompting to guide the AI exactly where you want it. You give it just enough context and reference material so it generates the right person, without ever explicitly telling it who it's generating. It's this delicate dance of dropping hints, stopping right before the trigger word, and just letting the AI fill in the blanks.
Section 4. Bypassing music copyright limits. Now, the visuals are really only half the battle. Let's talk about where this project was actually destined to live: YouTube Shorts. 136 seconds. That was the exact runtime of the final edited project. And 136 seconds is a massive problem in the world of short-form video. YouTube actually limits shorts to a maximum of 60 seconds if you use any tracks from their platform's copyrighted music library. So if the creator wanted to use an epic, stadium-shaking commercial soccer anthem from that library, they would have had to chop their 2-minute and 16-second masterpiece right in half. That would ruin the pacing and literally cut out half the team. And the creator rightly noted that music is the absolute soul of the final piece. It dictates the rhythm, the atmosphere, how the visuals land with the audience. Compromising on the music or the length of the video? Totally out of the question. To solve this, they turned right back to AI. They used Google Lyria, which is an AI music generation model, to create entirely original, custom music files tailored perfectly to the mood of a World Cup match. By generating their own music, they owned the audio outright. They applied this custom track to their 136-second edit and uploaded the whole shebang as original audio. By completely sidestepping the copyrighted music library, they bypassed that 60-second limitation entirely, keeping their creative vision totally intact. Section 5. The final whistle. So after painstakingly navigating the technical blurring, the highly sensitive content filters, and those strict copyright constraints, was all this prompt engineering and storyboarding actually worth it? Well, the outcome really illustrates the human core of all this technical maneuvering. Upon seeing the finished video, Chairman Soong was deeply moved, stating that it successfully conveyed the feeling that we are a team. As the creator noted, that's the ultimate validation. Regardless of the complex technology you're using, the biggest encouragement for any creator is when the audience's reaction perfectly matches your original intent. They successfully took a cold, restrictive, and frankly sometimes frustrating digital tool and used it to convey genuine emotion, unity, and a very specific message.
As this explainer highlights, working with generative AI isn't just a magic button. It's a constant, ongoing loop of hurdles and hacks. Every single time you push the boundaries, you find a new limitation, which then demands a new creative workaround. The tech will keep evolving, the filters are going to change, and platform rules will shift. But human ingenuity, like using solo shots to fix blurring or writing taboo-style prompts to bypass filters, that remains the ultimate tool. It really leaves us wondering, as these models get even more advanced, what totally unexpected creative workarounds are we going to need for the next big project? Thanks for exploring this fascinating case study with me today. Keep questioning, keep learning, and keep creating.